This just goes on for like 5 minutes.
I know. Whoa.
Mm.
The on button, sir.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm still coming down from my sugar buzz the other day, brother. How was Halloween for you?
Halloween was fantastic. We were up on Main Street in St. Jay. What a perfectly executed community event up there. It was awesome.
Sponsored by Barrett Insurance Agency.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wasn't even going to throw that out there, but thank you. we were one of the many.
What did your son dress as?
He dressed as a pirate.
And did you do anything with the dog, like dress him as a ship or anything?
we thought about it, but no, we didn't do
Did you
that.
leave him at home?
We left him at home this year, but
You don't
next
wanna
year,
deal with it,
next
did you?
year he gets to partake. But this is what he looked like, perfect for radio.
Oh, how perfect. That is too cute.
Yeah. Arr.
Arr, give me your candy.
So it was funny because I kept saying, Ethan, what do you say when you want candy? Please. No. Trick or treat, buddy. Trick or treat. Oh. Well, that's against everything you taught me, Dad.
Yeah, right. And now it'll be, trick or treat. Can I have some breakfast? Trick or treat. I'd like that toy.
Oh, the confusion we instill upon him is fantastic.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the tradition has turned, to another decade and generation of fine people. My daughter became the parent at the door this year. So she has been a trick-or-treater for years, and finally now she's taken over the helm as being the candy distributor at the door. So
Nice. We don't get anybody at our house, so
too far out. Did you get anybody over at the office?
no.
No. Just figure. And
But we gave out a lot of candy, but we didn't have any trick-or-treaters.
yeah, one for you, honey. One for me. Were you concerned about that fire next to you last week?
It's interesting that you brought that up.
Was it somebody that you covered?
It wasn't. It wasn't. Not that I would have told you if it was, but it wasn't.
HIPAA violation. Yeah. Jiminy.
But it was the very surreal moment. You've been in my office.
Yep.
You see that big picture window that looks out back.
Yep.
That looks out back onto the building that was engulfed in flames when I got to work last week.
And there were some scary pictures. The staff actually drove down there to go look at what was going on.
I tried to call you up and tell you what was going on, but nobody here would pick up. So.
Against everything that we talk about on the radio, do not interfere with first responders, police, and firemen. Stay out of the area.
Yeah.
What does the entire staff here do? Come on, everybody get in the car. Let's go look at it.
Let's go fire chase.
gosh.
Yeah. We did the best we could to stay out of the way. It was drizzly. It was chilly.
Yes.
We actually had a few folks come in and just stand in my window so that they could watch from.
Charged.
Yeah.
I would have charged people $5 to stand here.
But it was just so sad to see that. We don't know anybody that lives in that building personally, but we certainly know them enough to say, hey, good morning,
Right.
how are you, and that type of thing. So our biggest concern when we got to work, and it was one of those odd days where I got to work late because I had some appointments that took me out first thing, so I never got to the office till 9. So it was already pretty well underway when I got there. But it was nice to see that the tenants that we recognized were all out.
Right. There was no injury to people there.
Yeah, that was the good thing. And it really leads me to my what I thought would be a good conversation today.
Okay, go ahead. Because I was going to go one direction. You can go another direction.
Well, give me an idea. What's your direction?
Well, I was just wondering, so let's say that you did cover those people.
Sure.
But even if you didn't, doesn't matter. It's a generic question. What do these people do from here forward? American Red Cross may help them out for a minute. Maybe their insurance has a piece to that policy that puts them in a hotel. But so you have nothing. You have what you're wearing. So you may have not your wallet. You may be hungry. You got nothing to eat. The clothes on your back. Maybe you didn't take your jacket. Everything in your house is absolutely destroyed.
Right.
What direction do you go in from that very moment? You could say, oh, well, in a month it'll all be taken care of. But who cares about what's coming in a month? You've got
today and tomorrow.
Right now
and the
needs.
Next day.
Right now needs.
And that's the thing. And that's why I want to. And actually, you're taking. There was no fork. That was the same. Stretch of road I was hitting.
Knife in the road.
So let's talk about it from the person renting an apartment scenario. And we've talked about this many a time, but I find that in my industry, when I can give a specific example, it really portrays it appropriately so people really get what I'm talking about. So let's talk about first the person that has no insurance, that's a renter and has one of those apartments. That person, as you just said, lost everything. They lost a roof over their head. They lost the food in their cupboards and in their fridge. They lost their clothing, furniture, electronics, and everything. What do they have for recourse? Whatever a volunteer or a loving community member can give them. That's it. and it's all upon them to figure out where else to live, maybe live with a family member or a friend, but they're really on their own. They have nothing. There's nothing that's going to come from the building owner's policy, because the building owner policy is to cover the owner of the building, not the tenants.
Right.
That's devastating. That's devastating. So now let's go the opposite way. Now you talk about somebody who had renter's insurance, which, bear in mind, renter's insurance can range in price from $10 to $20 to $30 a month, and it's dependent on what you want for coverage. So you pick the limit, and that's how the price comes out. So that person, whatever amount they have for a limit of personal property, that's what they're going to get up to replace the items that they lost in the fire. So they're going to get new furniture. They're going to get new electronics. They're going to get some money to help them replenish their cupboards. They're also going to get some what we call loss of use coverage. So even if it is only a month that the building is going to be closed and getting repaired, they're going to have their insurance policy paying to put them up somewhere, whether it be renting another apartment or staying in a motel for a month. You know, granted, it's not a ton of coverage there, but because it's a percentage based on what you have for contents, but it's better than zero.
Right. And so you're thinking to yourself right now, I rent, and I could have been that person that lost everything, and I would have been completely SOL. But for $10 a month, I'm just as a base, starting generic, ballpark, could go up to $35 or so,
or more. I mean, we have people who put in $150,000 worth of personal property coverage. And
right,
of course,
because
that's much more.
They have a lot of things that they're trying to protect. But for the Joe Schmo like myself, with nothing but pets and family members and just food in the fridge, I don't have fancy anything.
Right. But you need things.
I want to make sure that I'd be covered.
Yeah.
Only for the sake of, because of my kids, having them have a roof over their head and having food, in their bellies. So that is something that it worries me that I don't have it now. And for $10, I keep thinking to myself, why haven't I done this?
Right. You need to. It's absolute. Even if you go with a lower limit, it's better to have something versus nothing.
Right.
And it's just a scary proposition. And I'm looking at our time, and this is going to make my next part of our conversation very quick.
Okay.
The building owner. Hopefully that person who owns the building had an appropriate policy, something like a business owner's policy that not only covers loss to the building, but let's think about it. That building is an income property, and now that income is lost. An appropriate policy for a rented building like that would be a policy that has lost rental income built into the coverage. So that person or institution should get some level of their monthly rent in the form of their claim, which will keep them afloat and keep the process going for them as well. So it's really important as a landlord and as a tenant to be properly protected. We actually take the stand and tell all of our landlords to go so far as to require their tenants have insurance.
Well, if you want to know more information, Barrett Insurance Agency, call Mike. This has been an episode of Good Policies. Oh!
What in the world? Did you change it, or is that a...
That says you've been talking too much. I have no idea.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you know anyone who needs any Hankook winter tires, P245 60R 18s, I've got a set of 4 for sale that have only been used for 2 seasons.
Okay.
All right.
Give me your phone number.
Oh, yeah. See, now I can give my phone number. 748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. You can also visit us on Google+, Facebook, and YouTube, Barrett Insurance Agency.
Thanks, buddy. See you next week.
Off to jury duty. See ya.
Bye.